Well, what a tie we've had so far. 2 matches, 2.5 hours, and 2 thrilling matches, because the first 2 going the full distance. But of course, as you can see, China, the 10-time winners of the Sudirman Cup, 2 love up in this Group D tie against Malaysia. Next up is men's singles, and it's SHI Yuqi, the World Championships silver medalist from last year, up against the hugely talented Malaysian youngster LEE Zi Jia. So as far as these 2 players are concerned, not making their Sudirman Cup debut, but playing their first ever match in a Sudirman Cup, because they both got selected for the Sudirman Cup 2 years ago, but neither of them got onto court. Neither of them selected, so this is the first ever match for both of them. SHI Yuqi, his win-loss record translates into 12 finals and 7 titles throughout his career. And for the Malaysian LEE Zi Jia, 4 finals, 2 titles. One of the titles last year was the big breakthrough for him when he won the Chinese Taipei Super 300 event. It was actually his first tournament back after a lower back injury. For him to come back from injury and win that major tournament, as far as he was concerned, that was the biggest tournament of his career so far. That was an extraordinary comeback, it really was. But it hasn't been a one-hit wonder, because he has started the year. There he is, the man bringing up the rear of the 2 players, SHI Yuqi of China, leading them out, the World Championship silver medalist. LEE Zi Jia started this year, first 4 tournaments of the year, 4 quarter-finals. And when you consider that he started in the qualifying draw of 2 of those 4 tournaments that he reached the quarter-final of, that is very impressive indeed. Well, I can tell you this will be the second meeting between these 2 players. The only previous meeting was last year in the Badminton Asia Men's Team Championships. 38 minutes for SHI Yuqi to win 21-18, 21-9. Now, Steen, I wasn't paying attention. I'm not quite sure who won the toss and has chosen ends, but whoever it was, I think it's probably very wise, because we have identified that there is definitely a drift in the arena. Did you catch that, Steve? I didn't catch it. No. Okay, not to worry.
I know, I had one option now, or one task, and I blew it.
You will be forgiven this once.
That's probably the one who's not serving, who chose ends.
So SHI Yuqi, 23 years of age now, enjoying his 41st week in total as world number 2. Won the silver medal in Nanjing at the World Championships, where he lost out to Kento Momota in the final. But the first 2 years he played the All England Championships, 2 finals, beaten in the final in 2017, then winner last year. So he is a player that really burst onto the world scene a couple of years ago. 5 finals for him last year, winning 3 titles, including the World Tour finals in Guangzhou. So to the Malaysian youngster, 21 years of age, and he was born in Anau Star, and he's enjoying his 2nd week in total at a career high of number 20. So the young Malaysian, well, so much pressure and expectations on his young shoulders to try and follow in the footsteps of the phenomenal player Lee Chong-wei. Still not back to full fitness after his treatment for nasal cancer. And certainly, I know both Steen and I and all of the badminton world wish him well and hope he has a full recovery. So as far as SHI Yuqi is concerned, 2 finals from 6 tournaments so far this year. Won the Swiss Open and then lost in the final of the Badminton Asia Championships recently in Wuhan. Trish Gubb from New Zealand is our umpire for this one. And Diraj Kunadre from Mauritius is the service judge. The Chinese coaching bench, Chen Yu, nearest to us.
I think it was Wu Yunyong, the other one.
And for Malaysia, it's Wong Chun Han. And is that Indra Gunawan? He was an interesting player, played for Indonesia, then represented Singapore,
right,
then coached
China,
in
represented by
Korea.
SHI Yuqi. And on my left,
That's
Malaysia, represented by LEE Zi Jia. China to serve, love all, play.
So China in the form of SHI Yuqi, getting his third match of the tie underway against Malaysia. Oh, now that's a very positive start by SHI Yuqi. And I like that. I know it's only one rally, but after the drama and excitement of the first two matches of the tie, he's come out and obviously wants to stamp his authority and say, right, as far as I'm concerned, I'm going to show who's boss.
Yeah, and even though he hasn't played in Sudirman Cup, then he played in the Thomas Cup campaign. Was he the first men's? He was the second men's singles, I guess, when China won the men's team championship last year. Anyway, he played there and played well, and he also played in the Asian Games championship, where he played the first men's singles and did really well there. So he's a little bit more experienced in these situations than playing his first Sudirman Cup match might implicate.
Well, I have to say, Steen, the first time that I saw this young Malaysian, LEE Zi Jia, was a couple of years ago in Saarbrücken at the Bitburger Grand Prix Gold, where he reached the semi-final. Lost out to Gimka, Danish player.
Yeah.
And who went on to win the tournament, incidentally. And I got very excited about him because I thought he had some super skills where he was prepared to go for angles and look
Attacking,
for...
opportunistic style.
Yes, exactly.
I agree.
Right on cue, just showing us the attacking style. Well, actually there's a challenge here. Before I call it an outright winner, I want to wait for Hawkeye. That was clearly it. My goodness, what a wasted challenge there from SHI Yuqi.
One challenge remaining. Service over. 2-3. Play.
Yeah, there's another example.
Really, really quick release of the racket, so to speak, from LEE Zi Jia, which makes it hard to judge.
Skill. Take a look at this. It's not often you see SHI Yuqi left stranded. some attention. Stina, am I allowed to put you on the spot, or would it be totally unfair of me to ask your opinion of whether this young man from Malaysia can go on to really achieve big things, win a big tournament in years to come? I mean, I'm asking the impossible question, I know, but I got very excited by his potential. Whether players fulfill that potential, so I guess I'm really asking about the potential.
Yeah. It's a really difficult question, but the safe bet is to say yes, he can win, because we shouldn't rule that out. He's sort of benefited a little bit from Lee Chong-wei being away from the practice the way I see it, because he's gotten a lot more attention naturally, and he doesn't play Lee Chong-wei each day. And had he done that, he would have lost a lot of matches in practice, which would have, in my opinion, lowered his confidence.
Good point.
So he's still young, 21.
Yep.
It would be
and only foolish a couple of months ago.
Yeah, it would be foolish to rule it out. There's some things that he needs to work on, in my opinion, but like you said, he's reached a number of quarterfinals, and he's sort of like aspiring to this top level of men's singles, if you could say that.
Yeah.
Sometimes beating players that is promising in terms of his future, and sometimes perhaps losing matches where you say, why did he lose that? I expect him to lose to this player because inexperience and playing styles that fit his. So there's still a lot of development to do, because you've got to master more playing styles the way I see it. Definitely got the attacking skills to challenge. I wonder if the movement, the overall touch is good enough to consistently win on the high level, but to rule him out, that would be too early, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, on the way to taking the title in Taipei last year, the Super 300 event, he beat the then two-time defending champion, CHN, and he's beaten him again since then. So, you know, he obviously, you know, some players get very excited. Oh, I've made it now. I've beaten one of the top 3 players in the world, but he's backed it up. Yeah. Consistently backed it up with these. In fact, he's been in 5 quarterfinals this year. For the first 4 tournaments of the year, he reached the quarterfinals.
I mean, both players we see on court is reasonably tall players. You had the exact height of tall is LEE Zi Jia compared to SHI Yuqi.
It's 186 and SHI Yuqi is 183, so Lee is slightly taller.
He's a tall man, Lee, and I hope he can stay free of injuries. Now, you already mentioned that he had this back injury, and I fear that that could be a challenge for him with injuries. So I think especially to him, it's just like if you're over a certain size in men's singles, then it's a tough game. Situations like that where you have to lunge on the front court. Tall people, tougher task there. They have other advantages, but the front court play, the defense, that is really, really important.
Yeah. I have to say, I also fear, not for the physicality of the game, I also fear because Malaysia are huge fans of badminton.
Yep.
It's a wonderful sport in Malaysia. And the Malaysian fans are desperate to find the next Lee Chong-wei.
So there will be a lot of expectations.
A huge expectation. And I hope that doesn't psychologically get to him. Because when you see him play rallies like that and shots like that, you know he can get to right to the top.
Yeah, the challenge is, like we've seen with Victor Axelsen, I mean, most of Victor's opponents, once they played him once or twice, they feel that it's not a productive way to lift to him too much and start playing flat shots and try to get on the attack themselves and so on. So you've got to develop a full-scale playing style. And right now he's got a real good asset in the attacking game.
So you think he needs to improve his defence more?
I think he does.
Yeah, okay. So to the mid-game interval, SHI Yuqi with the advantage, a 3-point advantage here against LEE Zi Jia. 9 minutes into the match.
是吧？然后接你一跳出来就等在外面等你杀掉，收吊和中路结合一个。再一个呢，往前半场，他如果压上你感觉压上的时候，幅度太推出去，还要控制底线，节奏上面你自己要感觉看他站位。他中间让他有点放完后有点想往前压的时候，这时候你们2个底线要把它顶出去，弧度起来，他其实就没什么威胁。就这个，其他没问题，都很好。
往前低点的时候不要退太快，他有人飞起来，其他没什么都很好这样过上，因为他
Court 1, 20 seconds.
刚刚压多少对。
Nice idea, our execution.
Was waiting for a long time. LEE Zi Jia very quickly moved his legs so they would be able to move fast to that forehand corner. By saying that, I also suggest that perhaps it was a little bit too early to my taste. That could be exploited, in my opinion. So there he took the chance again.
Just wide. 10 of the last 12 points to SHI Yuqi.
These are the things that he needs to cut out of his game in LEE Zi Jia. He's got a chance, it's like 95% favorite to win the rally when the lift is there, and then he goes from 95% favorite to losing it. And everybody does that, but I just think that at some point he takes too big risks. He could have played a really, really good shot and had a great chance of winning it. The next shot or the next shot again.
That's fantastic.
From one point to the other, 5% favorite to win it and then won it directly.
Well, that's what we love about sport, the unpredictability. That's the one you don't like. Not
Yeah.
on balance.
Yeah. And then again, I mean, it was short. It was short, so, but yeah. Giving it a little bit too much, in my opinion. Then you can say, what about that from SHI Yuqi?
17.
But right now, SHI Yuqi is walking around like he knows he's winning this game.
Yeah.
Whether he wins the match, we'll have to see that when LEE Zi Jia plays the near side of the court here and gets a little bit of advantage there, that he can play the back court with more ease than he can at the moment. As we can see, it's definitely possible to play it long on the far side of the court as well. Yuqi has much more of this. I smash, okay, you got it, okay, then we just play on. Getting another chance, I'm not afraid to play rallies. Whilst LEE Zi Jia is more like, I'd really like to be able to win it within the next 2 or 3 shots, that he's not so keen on just continuing the rally.
Yeah.
I can understand that because of the end he's playing, but we'll have to see if there's a difference in the second game. Very good shot.
Yeah, but I know what you mean.
I was moving here in my chair
Yeah.
because I thought, oh, it's not going to go there.
Yeah. And you can make those skills over time more consistent.
Exactly.
But trying to create and
That's
learn
much
new
more difficult.
skills.
Much more
difficult. Exactly. Well, it's game point opportunities now for SHI Yuqi. He's landed in. Opening game to China and SHI Yuqi. 17 minutes for the opening game. And 21-12 for the World Championships silver medalist.
Siap sabar dulu. Dia sudah siap, apa yang kamu buat, attack apa-apa, dia layan kamu tuh siap. So kamu harus lebih sabar di situ. Sabar means bukan lambat ya. Tetap cari. 他挡网过的时候，你抢上来是弹过头或捉或抢网上，主动要快，一定要过他。现在他弄到你辛苦，其实你弄他也辛苦的，其实。
Dan sekarang saya macam tak dapat kontrol itu shutter, macam cepat sangat. Jadi saya tak berani dekat atas ke.
Apa? Macam ini ya, buka quality dulu ini boleh. Gitu. Sambil cari. Tata yang main semuanya.
Interesting little stat that the head coaches
Inisiatif untuk cari
of the Malaysian team, I think, correct to be a little earlier, but his director of the Badminton team, and the head coach, singles coach of the Chinese team, 2 men that met in the final of the 2003 World Championships.
Tapi dari awal bukan mainnya macam aktif terus apanya. Karena dia sudah jaga, dia pancing kamu suruh keluar semua.
3 games.
3个球是我伤了，你还没有控制样子，再主动送球，耐心。
2003 and 2004, and I think he fell victim to what you mentioned earlier, Jill. The Malaysian expectations. Won the first game at the Olympics in the match against Taufik Hidayat, so he was definitely competitive. Criticised a lot for losing the World Championship final instead of joining the silver medal.
Yeah.
I would expect LEE Zi Jia to get more rewarded for his attack, and SHI Yuqi to be a little bit more inaccurate on the length of his shots. But you could also see SHI Yuqi play a little bit more attacking, like we saw here. He doesn't lift as much as you would expect him to.
Strings sounded tight in SHI Yuqi's new racket that he's taken. Army of stringers here. One manufacturer's team headed up by Tim Willis. Oh yes, I like that. Great scrambling from SHI Yuqi, but the fact that Lee was able to command the rally.
Yeah. And I wouldn't be surprised if Lee plays well here. Then I think at some point SHI Yuqi could think about a third game and saying, okay, this is really tough. I got to chase for one whole game, so might take the advantage of the first part of third game and then work really, really hard for a reminder of it. But in order to achieve that, LEE Zi Jia, he needs to cut down on his unforced errors. Perfect shot. Little wiggle with the racket head, and LEE Zi Jia's legs is moving backwards.
Great improvisation on the defensive shot initially from the Malaysian. This one here,
yeah,
it's gone past him. Well left.
Service over. 4-6.
third. My goodness me, what on earth is happening?
And now I would like Lee Zi Jia to serve a short serve and then be really, really quick on the front court. I would basically like him to do it on the rally already played.
That's quick movement to the round the head shot, isn't it? Challenge here from the Malaysian.
Challenges, ball out.
Here we go. What does Hawkeye say? Very good challenge. Two very athletic players in their style. Good athletes.
Some of the jumps that we see Lee Zi Jia make from mid-court, quite impressive. Overall, SHI Yuqi's movement around court, he's gotten stronger and stronger, in my opinion. It's amazing. Lee Zi Jia must know that SHI Yuqi is reluctant to play a clear. Still, he's got so much deception in his shots that Lee Zi Jia, he can't get to an advantage on the front court. It's basically playing a training exercise that is front court against full court. SHI Yuqi, and he's winning. That's impressive.
Yeah. Look at that movement. Poetry in motion. And more importantly, a 3-point advantage here in this 4-point advantage here in the second game.
当他打顺风球，我记得怎么打人家顶风球上，挡远一点，他上来往前戳你是因为你挡软了，你挡硬了之后他做不到东西，他最多一个停顿不了，他不敢打过头现在，你当他打顺风球，记着那个招式。这个。
was almost one of the leaps from the base position in the middle of the court. He didn't have to leap terribly far on that occasion, but look at that. No step at all. Leaping to play that round the head smash.
That was a good clear putting SHI Yuqi. A little deception on it to the backhand side. Keep LEE Zi Jia a little bit away from the net, I suspect.
Olympic champion Chen Long in the back row there.
Not selected.
Not selected for this match, and the two-time former Olympic champion Lin Dan not selected for the whole squad.
No, in all fairness, Chen Long has on a couple of occasions shown that he's affected by the pressure of playing team competitions.
More than a couple of occasions. Asian Games, Thomas Cup, hasn't performed sometimes when it's been expected of him. Well, that was ambitious.
17-8.
I stick to my original statement that it would be foolish to rule LEE Zi Jia out, but I must say that it might be longer than I thought ahead of this match.
Yeah. Because in both these games, it's been close, and then SHI Yuqi has just pulled away. In fact, SHI Yuqi has just won 10 of the last 11 points.
Yeah.
8-7 up.
And this near side of the court, where he should be able to play a bit better because he can anticipate much more of what's coming from SHI Yuqi. He's not been able to exploit it at all.
No.
That's a little bit disappointing.
Oh, that's nice.
But we're in garbage time now.
9-9.
SHI Yuqi has known for quite some time that he's going to win this match. Now he knows that he's going to win it in straight games. So these next rallies, whether LEE Zi Jia plays fantastic badminton, it's not really a sign whether he can become really good or not, because SHI Yuqi is starting to cool down more or less already.
Yeah. Oh! Bambi legs.
And that's one of the developments, to be able to absorb those deceptions.
Yeah, absolutely. Match point opportunities. Oh, but that's well saved.
Service over. 11-20.
Second time of asking. And SHI Yuqi beats LEE Zi Jia in 2 straight games. 2 comfortable games. 21-12, 21-11.
21-11.
34 minutes. And SHI Yuqi waves to the home fans here in Nanning. It means, of course, that as far as this tie is concerned, this Group D encounter, China have won the tie with that confirmation of the scoreline. 21-12, 21-11.